and welcome back to the Reapers. So we had a great time at our air show yesterday. If you haven't checked out the air show, look at our latest video. It's like 2 hours of pure genius. Well done for everyone that that joined in and took all the effort to make those air show displays, because they were pretty cool. But on to today's mission. We're back on the campaign. We're in Brunei. Just a quick refresher. Grim Reapers are helping out the government, who is currently under threat from a military coup. And we've just had rumours that the ESF group, mercenary group, has joined with the military coup guys, and they are now entering the area. Their fleet has just entered a port 200 miles from where we're stationed at Brunei. We've got plenty of information. We have a mole in the port authorities, and he's managed to get some really up-to-date info. So we're going to do a first strike and try damage their landing, basically, because ESF are currently coming in with their fleet and landing at the port. So what we know is they have their ships on. If you can follow my cursor, they have a modern 4th gen carrier here, a 3rd gen carrier here, destroyers here, here, and here, frigates here, here, and just out of shot there. They also have a destroyer, which is a general command center, which is that one there. Our mission today, chosen by the government of Brunei, who are paying us and telling us what to do, is to take out that government vessel there, not all the other ones. That's going to be someone else's job. We're to take out the command vessel there and the containers and buildings at the port to do as much damage. These containers, you can see, are ESF's landing equipment, because they are making a push inland to try and essentially help out the military. So, just to reiterate, the Grim Reaper's targets are the buildings and the containers at the port, and the command vessel, which is essentially controlling the rest of the vessels. Once we've taken the command vessel out, it will reduce the fighting ability of the rest of the vessels, and others can come in and do more damage. So, blues, we talked about the target. We get no respawn, so once you're dead, goodbye. No VK-90s or nukes, because, well, reasons. And the reds, they get 4 times Su-33s, which are stationed on this 4th gen carrier here. They have no respawns either. They have no weapon restrictions, and their job, obviously, is to protect the port. They have to also stay inside a 40-mile no-go zone, which I'm circling here with the cursor. So the reds have to stay, their aeroplanes have to stay within that line, that's all we're saying. The blues start at an IP base here inside Brunei. The target is here. It's defended by a 40-plus mile SAMnet. All of these ships that you can see, including these 2 aircraft carriers, are live fire and have live SAMs and miniguns, radar guided. So absolutely lethal, and we've got to plan around that. It's essential. We can't just fly in here and hope for the best. We will get destroyed. So with that, we haven't sorted out the groups yet, but we'll show you that in a minute. Reds, if you've got no questions, can you go off into your area and start doing your planning, please? We're going to take quite a while, because we've got a big bit of blue planning to do. And blues, we will start planning and forming our groups shortly. Blues, here's my idea, okay? My idea is the main threat is Su-33s, right? They're going to absolutely rule the skies, and each of them can kill, 10, 12 of us. So we have to figure out a way of distracting them. So why don't we split into 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 groups, 8 small groups, and each of us fly to the outside of the wheel, the 40-degree wheel, 40-mile wheel, fly at a safe distance away from it, kind of 15 miles away from it, because they can shoot across it, so spread out in 8 different angles. So we're spread out around the wheel in 8 different places. And then we can do it a bit more fancy than this, but we essentially all attack at the same time. We've got 8 different angles we're attacking from, and they can't cover all those angles at once. And it's gonna split them up. Or we could do. It's
going to take time, Cap.
It will take a lot of time and fuel with them. Or something simpler, like we have Sherman north of the wheel. He can come down with just 2 or 3 guys. And remember, there's no time limit per se. We can spend time organising. It's just our fuel, obviously, is going to be our restriction. Sherman could be up north. He could come in. We've got to distract those flankers away, haven't we? That's the end of the day. If they're anywhere near that port, they'll wipe us out. All of us, 20 of us or whatever, just with no problems at all.
I'm guessing. So how come? So can I make a suggestion? Can the A-10s go up first and kind of get their attention? Plus, we're going to be the slowest, but we got the gas. We can do it. We have the endurance to do it. but it's just to take us time to get on station. But that would be no problem. But if we the first ones to get out there, they're probably going to come after us anyway, because we are the attackers. And then somebody else, the fast guys, could go in low and fast. You know, they could be the last guys that come up. And then we could all
fine with me. So there's no time restriction in that. Yes, so you guys can go out 20 minutes ahead if you want. That's fine. And the way that you go in should probably be the opposite way to what the rest of us go in. So vegans, I was planning to go one group right around the back, around the sea, and come in from southwest. And let me just tell you one more thing before we talk again. There's only two ways you can attack the port. If you look above the port, it's really hard to explain, but there's a small mountain range kind of kissing the top right of the port. Can you see that mountain range there?
Along the northeast side of the port.
You can hide behind that. You can attack from that angle, from the northeast, and pop up. You have to be obviously scraping the ground, but you can do that. Now, if we mirror that over the southwest, there's also another tiny mountain range. You can't really see it. It's just right next to the port, so you can come from the southwest and the northeast. They're the only two directions you can actually attack the port from. So just bear that in mind, which is why I was going to take some vegans down the southwest on a massive trail. But carry on your discussions.
You got sort of two ways, I think, you can do it with the vegans. You can either go out to sea and then launch the RB-15Fs from like 35 miles out and just let them cruise along the seabed to try and get sea strikes, or you run along in from the southeast where those two mountain ranges are, just north of that airfield that's south. The one that's southeast of Novo, and all the way scraping the deck in that mountain range, and then use the point just north of the base as your pop-up point, up high, roll left, drop the bombs, and fuck off out to sea.
Or to that. Regards to the RB-15s, we're only going to have one person doing it because that's static. The reason is we've only got one ship we've got to destroy, and it's probably almost impossible to kill it with an RB because, like I said, you've got to get through the jaws of those jetties. That ship.
There's another point to consider here. That Kuznetsov is going to be data linking its radar contacts to the 33s.
Fucking brilliant.
Which means that any attack
I have no idea.
Any attack that's visible to radar range will be data linked to the 33s. They will know exactly what we're doing. Stop moving the fucking map.
Who keep doing that?
Okay, fine. Like I said, we should probably only have one person. I think only one person can do that anyway, so we'll just leave static to do that. I don't really want groups of 4 today. I think splitting into the maximum amount of groups, say 6 groups, is probably the best. Because, like I said, misdirection, I think, is generally our best way of getting rid of those things. So I don't particularly want 4 A10s flying together because, once they kill one of you... So you go in pairs. So we're going to split today almost into pairs and threes where we need to. And like I said, we're going to try and get the maximum angles possible. The maximum angles gives us the best chance of at least one group getting through.
That's basically what we have to do, but bear in mind, they can have one Su-33 I think it's 4 groups. They can attack simultaneously if they have one Su-33 attacking each group.
So we have 6 groups then, so at least 2 groups can survive.
Your only real hope to ground attack with the F-5 is to take rocket pods, come in low, pop up, and strafe like a madman, and hope that your rockets get on target before you die.
And try and shoot down a...
So, how about this? How about you throw the GBU-12 into
Are you suggesting a lob?
Yes.
Who's lasing it? Who's lasing it?
The A10.
A10s.
She's going to laze it.
Well, can you laze it from 40 miles away then?
Easily. Easy if you can see
it's a long range, it's a good range laser.
Interesting.
The actual range is line of sight, but to get a line of sight, you'd have to be probably 120 bearing.
Feet.
I never dropped the GBU before.
You basically just drop it like a normal bomb. The laser
Except it hits the target.
I don't have to put anything...
So,
I have no...
The F5 flies supersonic about 20,000 feet, goes into a huge climb at about 30 degrees, and then you release the bomb and just hope it snatches the laser and flies itself in. I've seen it done.
What sort of distance away will we need to be in order to do that?
6-7 miles.
About...
How far?
I've seen a hit from 30 miles, which was pretty impressive.
What?
From the F5.
That would be an exceptional hit. Most reliable pilots is going to be 10 or 12 times.
Alright, well, I'll tell you what. I think this is a horrible idea, so I am going to take the 30-mile throw, with my F5.
Do we have?
So I can get rid of it as
SC-25s?
quickly as possible.
Be sure to throw them at high speed.
It sounds amazing, but if you could do that, you could just keep doing that all day. Throw them, go back to base. Throw them, go back to base.
There is a reason that the US Navy considered this a valid tactic using nuclear weapons.
To be honest, I think the best bet that you've got of actually killing these things is probably going to be 3-4 bombs off of the Vigans.
That's what I thought.
Running down in low in that valley, use the valley as the pop-up point, roll in, drop your bombs and piss off, and use everything else as a distraction.
In the interim, the A-10s, Elo, and myself can try the F-35 lobbing tactic, but we're not expecting success.
Yeah, I'd say Vigans come in super low, super fast.
So it's like, imagine everything is basically a diversion, except big.
Right,
Vigan.
let's get the Vigans sorted then. I'm just going to delete that. We'll have Trash as a leader, and we'll have Cap as a leader. Static's not really in a group, because she's going... I'm going to just take Static off the sheet for now, just because it helps my brain. So, we have... In Hammer, we're going to have Cap and Signore. Saber is going to be Trash and Tender. Okay, so if Trash and Tender... Trash is a good flyer, so if you guys want to go south from our base to just reaching the coast, right? Stay out of the wheel. Then head inland, go in that canyon, if you can see what I'm trying to... get to that canyon. At the last point, when you're in the canyon, turn in. I've set your one waypoint as the target, as the containers. Turn and just nip over the hill and drop your bombs and then get out. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Trash copy.
Yeah, if you could put a marker on the map of that canyon.
Yeah, we can do that.
Help out.
So we have a waypoint, Cap?
Every unit here has a waypoint. That waypoint is a generic one in the middle of the middle containers. That's the best I could do because I didn't know our plan. So let's just get... So that's Saber. Saber's going to be doing that. They'll have to loiter around the coast for a while Hammer gets into position. Hammer, I don't know if we have the gas, and it may be suicidal. I was planning to go round to sea, right around the bottom of the wheel, and attack from the southwest. We've got full radar coverage from the little hills. So apart from the flankers, nothing will be able to see us as long as we're low. And we can pop up over the hills and do the attack. So I think that's Hammer's job. But we'll have to time it with Saber's. So basically, when we're outside the wheel at Hammer's waiting point in the middle of the sea, we'll call in to Saber and say we're ready for the run. And then both Saber and Hammer will go for their runs. Saber through the valley and Hammer through the sea. Obviously, for this to work, we need big time all of those flankers have got to be distracted by the next things that we're about to talk about. But
if we can both coordinate our distance from the point, then we can hit the target at the same time.
We'll all be loitering. Our loiter points will be 10 miles outside of the 40-mile wheel. So we'll have it all planned, and we'll be going single stage burn until the end. And we'll definitely need 3-stage burn on the target. Even without I died every time. So, any questions from Hammer or Saber? Sherman. Now, I'm quite happy for the F5s to use bombs rather than be dogfighters. Why is that? Because being dogfighters is completely useless anyway. What are you going to do against a flanker? So I completely understand you want to do that. What I really want you to do is to get yourself in a bit... Obviously, don't get yourself killed. That's the worst thing you can do. But if you could get yourself in a bit of trouble, get yourself some attention, which you will do at Angels 20 anyway, from those flankers... So what's important from you guys is A, the timing, B, the direction you come in. So Vigans are coming in from the coast at the south and the sea at the south. So basically down and south left. So the F5s really want to be coming from the opposite, basically from the IP base and from the north, and trying to get flankers up there, north and northeast. So you guys want to be doing that. Again, you don't want to be all in one big clump. Be in pairs or being singles spread out is the best thing. Got to spread those Vigans out, spread those flankers out. Try and they will fire you with ETs, and you won't get warning with ETs, but so you're going to have to use your judgment about when is good to turn around and burn out. On the plus side, as long as you are clean in F5, you can pretty much outrun a flanker. So that, at least you've got that on your side. You just mustn't get too close, which is going to be hard, obviously. Okay, so Sherman and Elo group, you're going to fire all the way to north of the wheel and hang out kind of 10 miles outside the range because they can shoot you from within the wheel. If you can, go slightly further to the left, so you can even get some more angle if possible. So take some tanks, obviously dump them when you're on your ingress, and so just hold outside north of the wheel and wait until you get the call from the Vigans, yeah? And then you go in and do your thing, yeah?
Roger.
Skay, you will be on your own because you've got no teammates with a suitable aircraft. So you will be northeast, so up and to the right where that blue flag is, 10 miles outside there, and you'll be holding until I call you in, yeah?
Copy, and I'll learn the ground now.
Roger, and remember you want to be nice and high, you do want to get noticed, just don't get shot down. A10s, we're going to split into two, so we're going to have Chimera, could be honest.
Only 3 of them now.
That's okay. Chimera, go on your own because you're quite experienced. Can you go from, essentially directly from the base, so the blue marker that's nearest the base, hover 10 miles outside there in that lake, and get called, and when you're called to go in, then head in, yeah? I'll call everyone in together. Seathor, Merlin, can you go in from due west, please? So that is that red flag. Due east, so the right. That red flag on the right. Hold 10 miles outside the wheel there until I call you in, yeah?
Copy.
Again, sure. You really do want to get noticed, at least at this stage, because we're just trying to distract from the Vigans, and the Vigans are probably going to be doing the damage here, if anyone, as we saw from last time. Okay, so we've got all the north and all the east, all distracted, everyone sorted and organised. All we've got now is Dagger, which are our wild, and we've got Static that we know about. So we've got Dagger, the wild card. What can we use Dagger for? They do have some speed. They have 450 knots. No useful weaponry. I mean, what's the sidearm going to do against an aircraft carrier, though? Not a lot.
Nothing. The only thing that you could do with them would just be the same as I did in the last time, is bomb the ships with Mark 82.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a good one.
And don't even bomb the ships. Bomb the container. Remember, we've got one ship to destroy, which is the less important. Mainly, we're going for those containers. So if you're going to use our 82s, and everyone's going to be using dumb bombs by the looks of things, or the main attackers, go for the containers. You've got to find a way in is the only thing. So how do Harriers plan to get in?
What do we have covered already?
Terrain cover.
Got to be masking lower than snake shit and just pop up at the last moment.
Roger. So you guys could go, if you like, in the canyon, but not in the one the Vigans going in, but in the next one on the right. So on the right of that, the second ridge. Does that
actually?
Make sense?
I would say that they probably want to go in behind the Vigans, because if you're Red 4 and you see Vigans coming up that way and you see stuff coming from every other direction, the last place you're going to think people are going to be coming from is one behind the other.
Okay.
Like 10-mile space.
Okay, so you guys go with House Saber then and hang out at their safe point. And when you're hanging out, by the way, you've got to be fully masked because they don't want to see you hanging out. So when you're loitering at your point, go low as fuck. Shit. And I mean really low, because that ship radar is going to see you, isn't it? So you've got to be, in fact, terrain masking even when you're loitering. That's the Vigans and the Harriers,
yes.
not the F5s and stuff. The F5s can be seen, that's fine.
It won't be too bad down there, actually, because where the carrier is, if you draw a straight line out towards that red flag, those are mountain range there. So as long as you're sort of below 300 or 400 feet, you'll be fine.
Right. Does anyone not know what's their plan is, what their mission is, and when they need to do it? Hello, welcome back. We are now on the runway, ready to do the mission. We've been thoroughly briefed. Everyone knows what they're doing. So, fingers crossed it works out for us, and stand by for flight.
Let's kick the tires and light the fire!
We are going to kick the tires. We are going to kick the tires and light the fires. Okay, take off in your groups, guys, and you have permission to take off and get to your predefined point.
Does that sound good?
Go.
Alright, brakes on. Spool up, slowly.
All groups have permission to roll.
Come on, Harriers. Alright, holding at 85%. Release in 3, 2, 1. Stage 2 up.
lead. I think I got a tail strike. I need you to check my plane. I'm coming ahead. Come off the gas a bit.
I'll check it out. Are you getting warnings in your cockpit?
No warnings. I definitely felt a strike though as well.
Yeah. You're fine. There's no damage.
Roger, I'm coming off burner. Come and take lead and then take us to our desired waypoint.
Roger. We're going to do a right turn. Starting now. So you'll have to move above the terrain here. Now I know officially that red light near the thing is a terrain warning.
Roger.
Didn't know that before. Okay, we're gonna pull up a bit over these trees. I'm gonna bring my speed back a bit, just a bit, 90%. Roger ahead. We have one plane inside the stamp net right now.
Roger.
I can see on F10.
Roger, that's Raptor. He's got to leave, so he's going in a suicide run.
Okay.
Anvil, position holding in IP.
Roger, Anvil, and all flights, just be careful not to get too close to the side of the wheel.
Okay, climbing up above the tops.
Roger, engage everything.
Roger that. Leveling off. Okay, slide left. Coast, we're about 10-12 miles out.
Copy. That was quick.
Yeah. Maybe we're 15 now.
Box 2.
Climb over these trees.
Box 2.
Fuel state is 100. We'll drop tanks soon. Well, just a little bit above 100, so we'll drop them soon.
Raptor, report progress.
Not quite. Hold on.
Raptor's dogfight.
I'm gonna pull my cover up. Oh, sweet. Alright, we got a hill coming up.
Last one.
Well done.
Good luck,
We just killed a super.
Drop your guns.
Hell yeah.
Flash 2.
Well done. Two splash.
See you in a Harrier.
What a legend.
They're gonna be screaming about that.
And even. Harriers in. That's hilarious.
Well done.
Alright, Lance, Raptor.
Alright, fly right, and let's hit the deck.
RTB IRL as well, so good luck.
Roger, thank you very much.
So that's 2 of them permanently out now.
Yep, as if they follow the rules.
Cap, Dagger. Once we hit the coast, we'll drop our tanks.
Dagger, hold a second. Hold signoring. Hold comms, I mean. Go ahead, Dagger.
Yeah, just hold in at the IP wing.
Copy, noted. Carry on, signoring.
Roger, drop the tanks.
Cap P-Man, I've got nails
Roger.
bearing 270, 2 MiG-29s. Well, be C-33s, but 29 shows.
Roger, just careful, not too close to the wheel. We don't want to have a stupid snipe.
A-firm on
Okay,
the
we're
bow,
gonna go a
10
little
miles
lower,
outside the wheel
skip
at the
very
moment.
low.
Coming.
Raptor actually has guns left.
Or, I'm sorry, the altitude hold.
So let's see if I can
Oh, this will be the funniest.
get a little bit cheekier.
I'll tell you what, they're going to be screwing if you get them.
Fought bravely, young sir. 29 spike, 6 o'clock. Alright, Rico.
Signal, what's up? Is it location around the wheel?
Spike bearing 220.
Let me check. We're at the first flag. We're to the south of the first flag.
Okay, we've got a while to go, haven't we?
Yeah.
All units, Cap, we are 20 miles, 20 miles away from our waypoint, so stand by for attack.
At this point, it looks like the 27s are, or 33s are chasing me and Chimera, but we're just patrolling up and down outside the zone.
Roger, remember those ETs have got 20 mile plus range and no warning. All units, is anyone not ready for attack? All units, Cap. Attack, attack, attack. Okay, so ignore it. We're on, make the turn. First stage burn.
Roger.
Buick, confirm that you have TGP on target and ready for relays.
two A-10s that were going to be landing for you had to dive down. We think we got shot at. We had a couple of spikes on the very close, so we've had to dive to the deck.
Roger. Yeah, I got one blinking at 2 o'clock and one at 11. Or 10.
Roger, and it's going to hold.
But they don't see us now when we're freaking 2 feet off the ground.
Roger, signal. Do you want me to take lead? Because I've done this before. I know where I'm going.
Yeah, take lead. You know exactly where we're going. Take it.
Come on,
Roger, coming on.
Right, we're all good to go, aren't we? We're just to safety and then press and then we're off.
Yep, that's correct. You may want to bring us a little bit left. We're on the inside. We should go left.
Cap turning left and overtaking you now. Get burner back on.
Roger, I see you. Careful about trim. If we hit the sound barrier, we may have some adverse pitching.
Roger. All units, hammer. We are now hot on target. 1 minute and then probably bombs out. Okay, we're doing it. Turn slow right.
Harry, there's a couple of Vigans. We're just one in front of you.
Yeah, roger that. I already had visual.
Remember, we're going for the port. We're going for the port.
Roger, we're hitting the port. I'm gonna follow him in. The ships or containers?
Containers.
Setting up to get the lasers on target.
Roger.
We'll start our running.
Get a little low. You're getting high.
Roger. Watch out for the negative Gs.
I'm popping up.
Negative. We're shielded. We're shielded.
LOS at the moment, but it looks
Watch out for the negative Gs when we go over those trees.
Roger that.
If I get a nails, I'm just going to dive back down again.
Just let me go when you go. Let me know when you go max battery.
Roger.
All units, hammer on final run, 5 miles. Going 10 meters. Caps on stage 2 burn.
Roger, stage 2.
Ready for maneuvers?
Roger.
Caps on stage 3 burn, in we go.
Alright, here we go.
Watch this little peak here. Target.
A lot of AAA.
Bombs out.
I'm hit. Dropping.
Second flight is a couple of minutes.
I'm hit. Going down.
Bridge.
Hit. We're down.
We've got... Sabre has got possible bandits 12 o'clock high. Bearing 30.
Come on, baby. Give me authority. Come on. Cap punching out in the port.
Biggest threat for trash for you coming in is the heavy amount of AAA and
Trash,
SAM,
pull out.
so be
Your
careful.
vector is about to
Go
pull out.
fast as possible. Come in.
We've got to go further in before you come over.
Sam out for you, trash. Down, go down. Good dodge. Fuck me.
Daggers broke right to avoid SAMs.
Lieutenant got hit by an Su-33.
In front of you, Trash. In front of you, there's a SU. Shoot it. Shoot it, Trash. Shoot it.
Harrow flight, be warned.
Su-27 on your 9 o'clock right now.
The ships are lethal.
Harriers, you have an Su-27 behind you, if you don't know. Harriers have a 33 chasing you.
Heading in as fast as we can to support.
They're being engaged by the flanker.
Shoot that flanker,
Harrier
Harriers.
flanker.
Another one killed by the ship.
Harrier flanker is scissoring with you. Turn. There he is, off your lift vector.
He didn't see you go up high. Yeah, you've completely lost him. Good job. You can get on his 6 and fire.
Keep that lift, don't crash. There he is burning.
Where is he? I lost him. Where is he?
He's burning. Stop turning. He's right in front of you now. You see him? There he is. There he is. He's crossing you right to left. Right to left.
Oh, just got him.
Fire. He's on you hot. Fire. Good hit. Good hit. Ah, fuck me. He's only wounded.
No!
Flanker's good.
Damn it.
Good effort, yeah. Hello, P-Man and Sherman left.
Guys, the flanker is landing, Hold for 2 minutes,
Stay safe, P-Man.
You don't want me to hit him while he's on the deck.
Yeah, no, do hit him while he's on the deck, let him land.
We still got one attack.
You can't, you won't be able to hit him on the deck, Sherman, you won't be able to get anywhere near the carriers. This is why you guys keep shot down, you keep going near the carriers. Like I said, Go to the port side and you'll survive. Don't go over the carriers. Flankers on finals. Okay, when I give you the go-ahead to attack, stay away from the water. The water will kill you. Keep inland.
Waiting on your go.
He is now feet wet final, so quarter a mile. Wait for the trap.
Quarter mile, call the ball.
Crash, 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 crash. Go, go, go.
In on the carrier.
Gonna need to terrain block.
Two.
Good joke, well done.
Fox 2. Defending.
Go Sherman, go, go, go.
Keep defending, you got a lot of missiles out for you.
Sherman splash, Sherman splash.
Oh my god! That's just impenetrable, look at all that.
Okay, P-Man, egress, all of the aircraft are destroyed.
What are you doing? Get the other side of the mountain, the other side of the mountain.
Yeah, make a left, make a left.
Over that mountain while I'm dodging those missiles.
Roger. Yeah, you're fine, just make a left.
Oh god.
Sherman,
oh god, it's up to me now, is it?
Sherman, it's all up to you.
I think you're the last man. No chance against that carrier. Blocks are so fucked.
Sherman, you don't have rockets.
I'm in F5, I can go get some.
Signori, look at the base.
Oh, okay.
Our bombs dropped all around the crates and in between them.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I was really upset.
If I shortened this trip by landing at Krimsk down.
Okay, Sherman's the only guy that survived, so he's tooling up, and we're going out for another attack.
Okay, Cap, rearming complete.
Rearmed, I've got the camera on you, we're all rooting for you, good luck.
If I don't make it back, tell my wife I had another wife. I'm fine, I'm fine. This guy's crazy.
He is, it's Sherman.
Alright, this is going to be a one-way trip. I'm only going to get to launch my rockets and aim them before impact. Every tactical bone in my body is screaming no right now. Wish me luck, Metal Gen.
Luck.
Right in front of you, right in front of you.
Flight full.
Low and burn, low and burn.
Allah!
Oh,
that's
shit.
how you do it.
Yeah, sorry boys, the rockets
Yikes.
just didn't have the penetration.
Yep.
Yeah, well done, Reds. We gave it our best shot, and we had a brilliant start shooting down a couple of flankers, but we just couldn't get on target. It was just too hard. So never mind. Anyone got anything to say?
I shot down Coffee.
Oh,
yeah, that carrier was shooting everybody down.
So Raptor shot down our first two. I shot down Coffee. So yeah.
Roger. Luckily, you didn't need any cap because the SAMs were so hard. But
it was so good.
All right, Wolf. I'm going to put you on the death sheet for punishment, but that will come later.
Yeah. My punishment should be 1 kill though. So
let's do.
Roger. Did anyone? Any blues get any team kills?
Nope.
Negative.
Do we think there's any way we could have done this mission then? Nothing worked. How did your missiles go static or RB-15s?
I didn't get anywhere close because I couldn't get the crosshairs for the waypoints come up on my screen.
The problem I had with my A10 was I popped up 10 miles out, and literally the second I went over the top of that, there were missiles out.
Yeah, it's that carrier. That carrier was hitting you. They were just launching missile after missile.
If we'd had ones at the A10Cs sitting at a stand outside of engagement range, and they'd essentially set up their SPI and broadcast it to the other A10s, I think it would have been possible to use that to get the Mavericks pre-aimed, come over with the Mavericks pre-aimed, lock the Mavericks, shoot, and then run.
Right.
I also managed to get 2 Groms on the carrier. I mean, it was the wrong ship because I lagged before the pop, and I just aimed at the biggest ship I could find before I died. But it's possible from the north, actually, instead of from the sea. Because you could get all the way up to it.
Did we even hit the target? Our bombs? Did our bombs even hit the target?
Our bombs went nowhere near the target.
Me and Signor Hammer put bombs down on target, but they like skipped all around the buildings and hit in between the buildings. I couldn't believe it. And even we were supersonic and 50 feet, as you'll see in the video, and we still got hit by the SAMs.
But they didn't seem to be effective.
Damn.
Yeah, I think the only thing that actually hit was the rockets, and they weren't big enough to damage a ship of that size.
Okay, so if we repeated it on Wednesday with 4th gen fighters, can we actually? We can't really do anything better, can we?
We can take out the ships with the Vigans.
There's a couple of things we could try, right? You could use the Mirage 2000s to do a fast GBU drop if the A10s can laze the target. That's one option, although you'd still have to get within danger close. Although, in theory, you could try and do the pop-up technique. Wouldn't be very effective because of the way that CCRP works in the Mirage right now, but it's better than nothing.
How many Groms does it take to destroy a ship?
2 if it's a regular size ship. Like a destroyer, it takes
at
2.
least 12 carrier. So you can't get a carrier, basically.
Well, especially not a Kuznetsov, which is more like an aircraft carrying cruiser.
It's 12 direct hits, so it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
With big.
You got to hit it with like a bunch of 2,000-pound bombs.
Okay, so do we want to redo it on Wednesday, or just carry on doing something different? I'm happy to do something different.
I'd be willing to, but I think we need a bigger flight. We need to try to take out some of the SAMs if we want to have any chance of surviving.
You can't kill that carrier. You can't kill that carrier, though.
But it wasn't just a carrier.
Here's another option.
Was it just the carrier?
It was pretty much the carrier that fucked everybody. Yeah, I don't think
that was it.
Yep.
So it had.
I don't think there was many. I don't think there was many ground launched SAMs at all. It was pretty much all off the carrier.
Correct.
Those other ships didn't have SAMs on them.
There was something shooting a gun at me.
That was the carrier.
That was on the carrier too.
North of the carrier.
All of those ships, including the Kuznetsov, have Sea-Wiz.
Shows how powerful they are. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Just can't get near them.
Yeah, it's a good thing there's only one of them in the real world.
The annoying thing is, this is why I can't do kind of fleet ops, because an aeroplane just doesn't stand a chance against that. What's it going to do?
Well, against one-day aircraft, yeah, so that's the way they're designed. It's literally fuck all for 50 miles.
Imagine the combined AA and SAMs of like a American carrier group with all the ships
that's the thing. It's so OP, man.
Impenetrable.
Like,
of course it's OP. They're multi-billion-dollar aircraft carriers with nuclear reactors. You do not want one of those things to sink.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I think we're doing something different then, because it feels like butting my headache up against the wall trying to beat this fucking carrier down.
The reality is we either need to spam cruise missiles or anti-ship missiles from the F-18s